Alrighty, hi everyone. Let me switch my screen over. Hopefully you can hear me. I am not muted. All right. Um, 1 second. Alrighty, so this is an impromptu Sunday fun day. I'm going to be doing a community read. If you're here on Friday, you know that I was using my Spirit de la Lune deck for some awesome moon guidance for the community. And then I will be doing my main readings using the Ethereal Visions. And if you want to join, just make sure you use the code code !join in that order. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I see some folks are already joining the queue. We're going to do like a week ahead community read. We're going to just see what it is that what kind of energy we can take into the week ahead, since we are starting a new week. And while you guys are waiting for the community read, go ahead and hit that like button for me. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate it. All right, so I am going to just shuffle these cards. They are slippery, so just bear with me. Donald, and use !join. All right, let's see what we have for the week ahead. What kind of energy should we take into the week with us? Thank you for the follow. We have the full moon. This is the fulfillment card. They're really shiny, so I'll put them up here so you can see that. So I feel like this is like the week where you should start to focus on the things that fulfill you and the things that you can tap into that will bring fulfillment into your life, perhaps. So let's see what else we have. There you go. Ooh, and then we have the waning gibbous. This is devotion. So maybe you need to devote some time, devote some energy into things and maybe into yourself so you can feel more fulfilled this coming week. Maybe you have not been giving yourself enough time. You haven't been spending enough time with yourself. And then we have this last card here, which is play. So devote some time to yourself, devote some time to the things that make you happy, that make you joyful, things that you can just give yourself time to relax, especially if you feel like maybe the last week or two has been pretty stressful. And you've maybe been a little drained. This is a great reminder as we go into the week to remind yourself to take time for yourself, take time to find moments of joy and happiness, and just reach for that fulfillment. All right, so I'm going to take a few readings and then I'm going to sort of do a quick new series reveal, and then I will go into some more readings. So let me get my deck out and get it all shuffled. And we have, let's see, we have, sorry if I say your name wrong, Chimey as the first person, then followed by Sephora, Precious, and Donald. So just let me get the deck all warmed up. Not a very good shuffle. Let's try that again. There we go. Much better. All right, so let me go ahead and activate that in the queue. Thank you for getting your question in. Let's see. So just a reminder, I do one card pulls from the queue or from the chat, and then I do multi-card readings, and I'll throw in an oracle card or two from any tips. So you want to know if you will be in a romantic relationship with Corentin? Hopefully I said that name right. All right, let's see. Let's see what we have here. You guys, did you have any fun things that you had planned this weekend? Did you do anything fun? Um, so we have the Fool, which could kind of go either way, but I think that you guys will have you will have something new that starts between you two. But when things are just starting, it doesn't necessarily mean that that it's going to lead one way or another. But I do feel like you guys will have at least a really long lasting connection. And maybe you guys find like down the road that um you're not like relationship material. Like you might mutually come to that conclusion and then just be really great friends, really long lasting. So regardless whether it's romantic or not, I still see like just really new beginnings, a new journey for you guys. And just there's um there's this element of the unexpected, which can be a really fun thing, just when you're getting to know someone, you start to build these long lasting connections. So whether it's romantic or not, I really think you guys have a really fun and strong connection coming up, or journey together. So I hope that helps. I know it's not quite I know you're probably hoping for more romantic, but I think this is still good. You're very welcome. Up next, we have Sephora. Thank you for joining. Welcome, Gori. Hopefully, I said that right. Welcome back, LH. I am doing pretty good. Had some fun with friends yesterday and got to hang out. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday fun day. So I know you asked me this Friday. I don't know that anything will change between, just in the last 2 days, but I can ask again. And I'm gonna ask your first question if he still misses you, and we can just kind of see what the cards have in that. Let's see what we have. Does this ex-coworker miss you? Let's see. You have Justice in reverse. I can't remember what the card was that I pulled for you last time, but Justice in reverse is I feel like I pulled a similar card, if not this card, but I don't think they necessarily miss you. They're probably dealing with their own stuff right now, especially if they just moved, or just the struggle of having to move. Um, or whatever reason you have to move. So justice in reverse is about um, being like in dispute. There's like a lack of balance that is happening. Things that are being discovered are not the most happy things. So, oh, that's what you asked me last time. Sorry. That's right. So, yeah, I don't think that it's not, this card is not a no. I think what this is saying is that there's way too much on your ex-coworker's mind right now for them to worry about external things or external people. So I think that just at this stage, I don't think that there's any missing going on, but I don't think that he necessarily dislikes you. I think he's just unfortunately dealing with his own, or his own just stuff right now, if that makes sense. I don't know how recently he moved, but it's definitely something that, and maybe this could be the reason he had to move back to his home country. But I think that this is just, he has to get through this, and there is, just to show you at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Swords. So I think once he gets through that, there will be probably like maybe going back to your previous question, there might be a spark of communication that is able to open up once you get out of this zone. When you're struggling or dealing with stressful situations, it's really hard for some people to reach out or to think to reach out. So I wouldn't take it personally. Yeah, in 2 months, having to do a multi-country move or whatever, that can be really stressful on people, and it's hard to feel settled in, and it can be rough. Nettie, hi, welcome to the chat. If you'd like a reading, use exclamation point join. There we go. Use exclamation point join. All right, up next we have Precious. So Sephora, I hope that helps. I know my readings for you are a little ambiguous, but I think that they just have to go through whatever they have to go through. Let's see. Claudine, I don't have you in the queue. There you go. Let's see here. So you want to know if you will get any job opportunities that you applied for, any of the stuff that you applied for. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. Applying for stuff is so exhausting. And so it's just like, for me, mentally draining. And, you know, you go through all the time to apply for things, and then some jobs just never get back to you, which is so annoying. All right, let's see what you have going on, though. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So, yeah, I do think that you'll hear about things coming up. All of them may not necessarily be good. Not all of them may be accepting you or anything like that. But the thing about the Nine of Swords in reverse that I really like is that you need to be objective. There's an onus that's being put on you with this. So if you applied for things that you think like maybe a little out of your reach, a little bit like shooting for the stars there, then you just need to be objective and be okay with possibly not getting those things. But I think that you will have some good news within that regardless. So if you've applied for kind of like a spectrum of things, just understand that you won't get everything. You may not get the one that you hoped would be like the Holy Grail position or anything like that, but you'll get something that will actually work for you. And the cool thing about the swords is it's not like it's not forever. So I don't know what you meant by soon, but maybe in like a month or two, you know, maybe a little few more months. But the swords is pretty quick acting, so it could even be as soon as like maybe the end of next month, you know, that kind of time frame. I don't like to throw out time frames too much with tarot, but the good news is with swords that you can expect it sooner rather than later. So whatever soon means to you. But I will say yes, but just know that you won't get everything that you applied for. So just set those expectations. That's all. Welcome, Asta. If you'd like to join the queue, go ahead and use exclamation point join. All right. Claudine, for some reason, it did not take. So if you type that back in, then it should work. Sometimes Streamlabs likes to have a little bit of a hiccup. So Donalyn, you are up next. Precious, you're very, very welcome. Okay, let's see if your husband will come back soon. I hope so. Let's see what the cards say, though. Hi, T. Yes, just use exclamation point join and get yourself added to the queue. Hi, Pinky. Let's see what we have here for you, darling. All right. We have the King of Wands in reverse, so I don't think so. Not the way things are looking right now, not necessarily. I don't think that your husband's going to come back soon. He's still kind of in this zone of being what's a good word? Impulsive, and then maybe like having to deal with a little just bad behavior, I suppose. And when I say bad behavior, I don't mean that he's doing anything bad. I just think that he has poor perspective of the situation. He's being a little intolerant of things and really stubborn, perhaps. So I don't see this happening, at least not right now, not while he's in this like reverse King of Wands mindset. So unfortunately, I don't think he'll come back to us, come back to you guys. At least not right now. And that could be that there's not a lot of communication happening between you guys. It could be a few things. So I would just, explore that a little bit more. And I'm sorry that that is not good news. It's always a bummer to not be able to say, oh, everything's going to be perfect and awesome. All right. Up next, we have LH. And then in the queue, I have Gory, Bone Lush, Nettie, Pinky, and Claudine. I'm actually going to take you a little higher than that because it didn't work the first time. So, but you guys are all in the queue right now. Let's see. Thank you guys for being so sweet to Streamlabs. We always have to be nice to our robot overlords. All right. What are Chuck's current thoughts? Exclamation point before the join. Chuck's current thoughts of LH. All right, let's see. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So, interesting card to get. The Eight of Pentacles is generally a card of like being crafty and hardworking, but in reverse, I think it's more so like to that point, but almost to the extremes, like feeling like you have to be perfect or obsessing over things and stuff like that. So I feel like he thinks maybe you are a perfectionist, and that he might see you as someone who is a hard worker, but isn't. It's hard to connect with you because of feeling like maybe they have to be perfect in order to meet your expectations, if that makes sense. So I think that, yeah, I think maybe there could also be with this in reverse here, there's like a worry about a worry about not meeting expectations, but then also like worrying that they are just not good enough in general. So I feel like there's a little bit of a uncertainty about Chuck's current thoughts of you are a little uncertain. I don't know if you guys just work together or go to school together or something like that, but uh, he might just see you as like there's a distance between you guys, and he's unsure or nervous how to breach that if you guys don't communicate, or if you guys just go to class or school, or not school, class or work or something like that. Maybe that's just what he sees you as, is a hard worker. You kind of have your head in the books, that kind of thing. You're focused on whatever you need to do to get done, and it is what it is. And there perhaps he might feel like there's no room for him in that. So hope that helps. Up next, we have Gory, and then I will take you, Claudine, after that. Bone Lush, Nettie, Pinky Doll, T, and then MM Vlogs. So hope you guys are having a good Sunday fun day. If you missed the beginning of my spiel. Thank you, Yellow. Thank you so much for liking the video. That reminds me, like the video if you're enjoying these readings. And if you're not subscribed and you feel called to, then give me a subscribe. Let's see. Does Raul, hopefully I said that right, still have feelings for Gory? Let's see. All right. Let's see if he still has feelings. We have the World in reverse. I don't think so. I think that actually, the Raul is almost said the last letter, I think. I think that actually, you know what? I said no, but yes, I do. My brain is I'm having a case of the Sundays. Upright, this would have been a no for you, but reverse, actually, I do think in this case, yes, they are having a hard time letting go, and they feel like perhaps they haven't gotten like closure, or they feel like there are still things left to be said. I don't necessarily think that that means that it's a positive thing. I think they are just looking for that closure. So while they might still have feelings, I don't know that they necessarily want them. Um, so, but I will say this is where communication will need to come in, and I know it's hard because you guys are on no contact or whatever, but this could be that they're seeking closure and not getting it, or they have regrets. So this can go one of two ways. Let me kind of do a quick bottom of the deck check. So yeah, I think actually this your Libra here is probably regretting any decisions that are going on. You're still probably blocked because they're still going through that mental, whatever. So yeah, I think actually they might still have some lingering feelings. I just don't know how that will manifest, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if they're going to act on it or if they're just going to be stubborn and sit on it forever. Claudine, you're up next. So for those of you that are putting your questions in the chat, I have a queue going. So use !join to enter the queue, or else I will not be taking your questions. And make sure you use !join, like right there. What did I pick up? Yeah, thank you so much, Claudine. That was so sweet of you. Ooh. Let's see. Let's hope for some good news here. Will you find a new house before August 1st? Oh, the housing market is a nightmare. I really do wish you luck on that because that is just stressful. Let's see though. What do the cards have to say about this? So we have the you know what, guys? Give me 1 second. One moment. All right. So that deck seems to be mostly reversed. It just doesn't feel right. So I'm switching up. So just give me a second. And as you can see, these cards are very slippery and slidey. So this is going to be fun. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. You kind of get like feelings when the deck is just kind of out of sorts. And I just felt that. So just give me 1 second, Claudine and everyone, and I will restart the reading. So thank you guys for being patient. Guri, you're very welcome. Thank you for subscribing, Sam. Yellow, which ones? The ones I just pulled out? They are really pretty. I've used them once or twice before, but I felt like pulling them out today. I think they'll be pretty good. So, all right, just get them all warmed up. Sam, try !join again. I think that I don't think Streamlabs picked it up. All right, I like these cards, even though they're really hard to shuffle. Okay, Claudine, thank you for being patient. Let's try this again. Will you find a new house for August? Ace of Swords. All right, this feels much better. You know what? I do. I think you will have like a really new beginning, new start, and it might be a little surprising or unexpected how it comes about. But the Ace of Swords, Pinky, you are not in the queue, actually. Did you use !join? I'm sorry if I missed you. But Claudine, the Ace of Swords is a really great card. It's a card of like victory and feeling like you are not only victorious, but being victorious while starting something new, which is a great sign for getting a new home, right? So being able to start that new journey and one thing though is with the Ace of Swords, there is just always that hint of it's not necessarily going to be the easiest thing. So it might be like down to the wire there, but I think that you'll still feel very vindicated and rewarded at the end of the day. So you have that to look forward to. This deck feels so much better. Vibes are pretty good. Approva, no, you are not. Let's see. Yellow, you're in the queue. Let me read the queue off for you guys. We have Bone Lush, Nettie, Pinky Doll, Vlogs. Pinky, are you also Pinky Doll? Like sometimes names are different for some reason. I have after Vlogs, I have Avanash, Yellow, Sam, and then Approva. I just saw you pop up. So you guys are all good to go. Yeah, I can tell, like, obviously, I know the housing market, Claudine. Like, this is, I know it's definitely not easy. So I think that's why the Ace of Swords is like, okay, you're cutting through this, you're starting new, and you're going to hopefully see some victories, if not, maybe not a little bit down to the wire. All right. So up next, we have Bone Lush. T, I'm sorry, T, did I get your reading? I don't think I did. I think I accidentally clicked you, but didn't call you. So Bone Lush, T, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. But yeah, so I know you were mentioning about this deck. This is actually, it's hard to read because of the holographic foiling, but this is the Untamed Mystery Tarot. It's a Kickstarter that I got, and it's by the wheeloffortunetarot.com. So if you're curious about that, I think they have extras, and it's really cool because they have like you see this bronze and gold motif. They have like a newer version, which is like more black and silver. They have a lot of different varieties. So if you enjoy that, go check them out. The cards are a little weird though, because they're like plasticky. Like you hear that? All right, T. You want to know if you and Basil are going to get back together, or if it's over. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, sure. Info, if you didn't use exclamation point join, or if you did and it didn't take, I don't have you in the queue, hun. All right, let's see if Basil and T are gonna get back together. Ooh, slippery and slidey. Told you guys, these cards are wild. Page of Wands. You know, I think that there is something that can be picked back up between you guys. The Page of Wands is about really being enthusiastic about like exploring things. So I think that there is perhaps still like a spark that you can tap into between you guys. I will caveat and say this is what I see in the cards, but as me giving my biased opinion, you block people for a reason generally. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. And yeah, I think ultimately I like that there's also like with the Page of Wands specifically, there's this element of being like really creative. So maybe this could be a sign that things, whatever caused you to block them previously, maybe things will change in the future. So yeah, I think that if you're feeling up to it, go ahead and try it out and see how it goes. Yellow, you are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth in line. My position thing doesn't work for some reason. All right. I am officially closing the queue. So everybody who is in queue, you don't have to worry. I'm just closing it so that people can't continue to join. All right. Up next, I don't think I saw Bone Lushes. All right. So then up next we have Nettie. All right. And I'm gonna move that out of the way. Yep, got you in the queue now. Infotainment. I don't know why I called you infotainment. Your name on here is clearly like info entertainment. Sorry. All right, so Nettie, if you pop back up, you can put your question in. Up next, we have Pinky. Okay, there we go. It's so weird. Your name showed up one way, Pinky, and then when I clicked it, it changed to Pinky. That's so strange. Okay, let's see, Nettie, if you will be in a serious relationship soon. Yeah, I was worried that wasn't you because I was like, I saw Streamlabs reply to you, so you know what is going on here. Will you be in a serious relationship soon? We have the Sun in reverse, so I don't think so, and it could be that it just won't be soon, which doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the world. But I think that the Sun in reverse is telling me that you have some things that you need to personally work on first, and you know maybe holding on to things from a previous relationship if you just recently got out of one. Just overall dealing with like if you haven't been in the highest moods lately, if you've been feeling a little down, depressed, anything like that, you need to work through that cycle first before you can invite anything in, because the Sun in reverse is like a sign that you're just lacking some positivity, happiness, you know, right now in your life, and a relationship is not going to necessarily fulfill that if it's an internal thing. So I would say no, not soon. You need to take a few steps to be able to get to that point. Isabel, hi. My queue is actually closed right now. But I will be back on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, Vlogs, you are up next. You're welcome, Nettie. Oh, Pinky, sorry, you're up next. My bad. I got myself out of sync, but yeah. I'll you go ahead and get your question in, Pinky, and I will get to that. Okay, so I'll ask the stalking, like, spying question. So we'll see if this ex of yours is stalking. This seems like a very Gemini thing to do. Let's see. My best friend is a Gemini, and my mom's a Gemini, and I'm like surrounded by Geminis as a Taurus. So the Emperor. I kind of think they might be. And not only that, I feel like they are they probably feel like they're entitled to that as the Emperor. The Emperor card is I feel like they're hoping to, and maybe they don't care that either. Like, if you've had this feeling for a while and they haven't been like covert about it, or they've been telling a lot of people about it, I feel like that it's like a power dynamic with them. So I don't think that it's necessarily for like romantic reasons. I think it's more of it gives me very like narcissist kind of vibes, where they feel like they're entitled to watch you or entitled to know what you're doing. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't call that positive thinking, just to kind of get an idea of your second question there. So yeah, I think that yeah, I'd watch out for them. And if you are able to, like, if you know what accounts they have, I would block them for sure. Block their accounts. Let's see, Pinky, does your husband Fazil, how does he view you? Let's see. Whoop. Sorry if that was loud. So guys, my queue is closed, but I will be back on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse, so it's very interesting. I feel like there's some stability issues that are going on right now. The King of Pentacles is usually a really well-rooted, like, has a strong foundation, but in reverse, it makes me wonder if there's like a lot of control that's happening. Like, they feel like they are entitled to be in control of the situation, and when they're not, then they like basically makes everything else fall apart. Maybe they even themselves fall apart. So and let me see what you said. Oh, so you guys are in no contact? Yeah, and I feel like that's because I feel like if this person feels like if they can't control you, then they don't really want to be a part of the situation, which, to be honest, it feels beneficial for you to have them out of your life, even if it might not feel like that right now. But again, I do want to caveat: random person on the internet, go to therapy or couples therapy, whatever you guys need to do, because I don't like to tell people to do anything drastic in their relationships. But I do see the King of Pentacles reversed as someone who is somewhat controlling. And when they feel like they can't be in control, it causes instability in all parts of their lives and other people's lives. Hi guys. My queue is closed, so I'm only taking the people that have already joined. Oh crap! I'm still out of sync. No, I'm not. I think I think I'm good. I think I'm caught up. Yeah, MM vlogs, that's exactly it. Like, they feel like, "Oh, you know, watch this person because I'm entitled to know everything about their lives." You're welcome. Um, Pinky, thank you for being patient. I know we had some, like, queue issues with you and, like, another person. Avinash, if you're still here, go ahead, put your question in the chat. Um Farheen, my queue is closed, unfortunately, but you can catch me here on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys are interested, if you practice witchcraft or are trying to get into it but not sure how to start, if you stay to the end, I have a little surprise that I will be revealing. Let's see here. Oh, before I start, let me just read who I have left in the queue. So following this reading, I have Yellow, Sam, Approva, Ambitious Girl, and then Info Entertainment will be my last one. Okay, let's see. When will I be able to meet the person I'm gonna marry? Let's see when you'll meet them. Ooh. So just a caveat, timing in tarot is very like ambiguous. So I'm gonna see what I can find and we'll go from there. Five of Swords. So I think that, just like I said, talking timing wise, I think that it would be I would say probably in a few weeks. Not like 1 or 2 weeks, but like maybe closer to like a month to 2 months, month and a half ish. Swords is a very fast moving energy, and not as quick as wands, which could be like hours or days. So I think this is probably a good amount of time. But to be honest, with that Five of Swords, I don't think that it would necessarily be a happy relationship. I feel like there's a lot of with the Five of Swords, I think that it will cause a lot of internal mental stress on you, perhaps. And I think Five of Swords is about battles and feeling like feeling tension. There's even an element of betrayal in this a little bit, not as much as the Seven of Swords, but it's definitely something that I don't think would be very, very happy of a situation. So I would say, and I will caveat, the future is not set in stone. So if you are getting these warnings and you see these red flags, you don't have to marry that person. You are in control of your own destiny. P. Carter, that sounds very interesting. Unfortunately, my queue is closed. But you can catch me here on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, Yellow. When you say that, do you mean something similar to the last question, like when you'll meet them and how it'll go kind of thing? Or do you just like want to know their characteristics? Can you elaborate a little for me? Hopefully I say your name right. Liniella. I have not met anyone else who has gotten this. So do you think the cards are a little weird, like that weird plasticky thing? Like they're really, really lightweight, surprisingly. I've never had a card stock like this before. So, but it's so pretty. Like look at I just and it's like matte but shiny. I love it so much. All right. let's see here, yellow. Let's see what kind of... Let's see what kind of characteristics this person will have. And thank you for clarifying, yellow. Just, I'm going to make sure sometimes that we're all on the same page here. All right, let's see. So, and remember, this is only one card. Questions like this are generally better if you can get some more cards for some more details. I think this is the first Cups card of the day. For those of you that have been hanging out for a while, you have to let me know. But I feel like that was the first Cups card of the day. This is the Knight of Cups in reverse. You know, the Knight of Cups card in reverse isn't necessarily the worst, like, Knight card to be reversed, actually. So don't let that be scary to you. I think that the person that will be like your future spouse or soulmate or whatever is someone who's probably just maybe a big kid a little bit, someone who's really jovial. They could border on being like a little egotistic, but I think that, and like I said, it's really hard with one card. But I think it's someone who doesn't necessarily enjoy the status quo. They like to do things that are adventurous. The Knights, even though this is the Knight of Cups, the Knights are still really ambitious and creative, and they really have, like, they're really goal oriented as well. But the Knight of Cups is generally a softer knight. They are usually in tune with both their passions but also their emotions. So this person could be, you know, really goal oriented, but then also emotionally adept as well. But being in reverse, there is that sign that there is maybe perhaps a little immaturity there, not necessarily to huge lengths, but still somewhat. So if you're someone, hopefully you're someone who enjoys like playfulness, maybe someone who's a big kid but still is very ambitious, still has goals, and wants to achieve those goals and stuff like that in the future. So yeah, I think this is definitely a really good question to dive deeper on. Pooja, my queue is actually closed. Sorry, hun. Yeah, you know, Liniella, what I really like is this motif of that was a bad card to pull, but this motif of like eyeballs and swirlies, and that was literally the same card. Fish and skulls and stuff. I think that's just so cool. Um, and I think the way the designs are, because it looks like a really border heavy card, but oops, but how the designs kind of go off into the borders, it was just really creative. I think they're having another Kickstarter. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what it is. I haven't been keeping up with them. All right, up next we have Sam. And yeah, their guidebook, I really like how their guidebook talks about that guidebook is a thick one too. Yes, exactly. I like how the guidebook kind of talks about the skulls, the eyeballs, and just the overall theme, I guess, of the deck, of that being a prevalent motif throughout the deck. Oh, okay. Yeah, they had I think they had those as add-ons in this Kickstarter, but I can't remember. I feel like they had the like vintage one, the vintage version of the classic Rider-Waite. And they had a few other cards. I didn't realize they were in plastic though. Oh, Sam, let's see what blessings are coming towards you. Ooh, we have the Eight of Pentacles. This popped up when I was using this deck for someone, but in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles, I think you have some, you're going to be probably gifted some new work opportunities, or if you're in school, maybe more school opportunities. It can be maybe classes that you have been wanting to take, or if it's work, it could be new jobs or new projects or something like that. Because the Eight of Pentacles is about apprenticeship. So it's about learning and growing and in a specific skill. Pentacles in general, a lot of people tend to refer to them as like the work card. So it has to do with like finances and stuff, but it can also be school, it can be family. So if you've been working in one of those areas, I feel like you're going to start to really feel like um, you're going to start to feel really like accomplished and feel like you are really becoming the craftsman of whatever that situation is. So a really good student, a really good employee, really good, sibling or mom or dad or what, whatever, something like that. But I think that you will start to come to that realization if you're not already starting to feel that. And the what I always really love, I'm biased, I really like pentacles in general because it's really tapping into this earth energy, helps you feel real grounded, and it's a really long lasting process because of that earth energy. So I think that not only are you going to start to see these things come in, I think they're going to stick with you for a while. So that actually is a really good message. Glad I switched to this deck. Rachel, my queue is actually closed and I am just wrapping up with the last few people. But if you are enjoying these readings and this is for everybody, I do have a little surprise in the end. You're very welcome, Sam. All right. Up next, we have Approva. If you are still hanging out, go ahead, put your question in. There you are. Okay. Will you get selected for the job you're preparing for? A lot of job questions today. I like that. You got to get that Skrilla. Let's see if you will get selected. Oh, the Emperor. Yes, I think you will. And yeah, honestly, I feel like there's not much you have to expand on for that, but I think that the Emperor is a card of success, but also power. So I feel like you're gonna be uh, really. I feel like they see you as someone who is really determined and very your energy is really good for that position. So not only will you be selected, I think they really think highly of you and really think that you are a really great fit for the position. So, because I know sometimes you can get approved for jobs and then like the atmosphere isn't that great. So I think that this is actually a good position for you too. All right, ambitious girl, you're up next, and then infotainment, you will be my wrap up. Yeah, you're totally welcome. Thank you so much for being so patient and waiting it out. And I'm sure Streamlabs, our robot overlord, is very welcome as well. A lot of Geminis today. How does the Gemini feel about your connection? Let's see. Well, thank you so much, by the way, for that little message at the end to Ambitious Girl. Appreciate it. Let's see here what we have. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. So I think that interesting. I think that the Knight of Pentacles is really interesting card. Sorry, I'm like waffling a little because I'm thinking about it, but really, I think they can come off as not interested a lot of times because of their, like, as fiery as the knights are, the pentacles really just reels them back a bit. So it takes them a while to do anything, really. And this gives me a lot of like earth energy vibes. So I wonder what their rising and um, moon are, because the Knight of Pentacles likes to be really prepared, sometimes to a fault, over prepared, and it can come off as disinterested, but they're still an ambitious knight. So I feel like this person does like you. I think there is some sort of fire between you guys. It's just they are like the slow and steady kind of person. So if you want someone to, or if you want this Gemini of yours to take any actual action, I think you'll need to step in a little and maybe, give hints if you haven't, and like if you've been a little too unsure to do that, give hints or just talk about it, because they're planners. They're ambitious, but they take forever to do anything, unfortunately, which could be so frustrating. I know, but I also relate to this. Bone Lush, you're still hanging out. I thought you dipped out on me. So I'm gonna take infotainment, and if you want, you can go ahead and put your question in the chat. But yeah, ambitious girl, I don't think you should move on. I think just maybe give them a chance to come out of their shell a little bit and show that true knight energy. Lovely, my queue is actually closed. I'm ready for some brunch. So yeah, you're totally welcome, Blush. But it's nice to see your username. I haven't seen you in a while. All right, let's see. Whoop. General energy. Yeah, no problem. Hi. Oh my goodness. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. Ambitious girl. Yeah, totally. Give him a chance, Yeah, as the Leo, maybe you need to put a little fire under the Geminis, but you're very welcome. So for you, you have the Tower card. This is such a horrible card to get like without other cards around it. But the Tower card is about a few things. So I'll just kind of give everything that I see, and you can take what resonates. So the Tower card is about sudden changes that are happening. They don't always have to be bad. A lot of people associate the Tower with bad, but the thing that is usually bad is that it's uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable for people, especially unplanned changes. So this doesn't necessarily mean that your life is falling apart. It just means that things are changing and you may not be happy with those changes, or they may not be coming at an opportune time. But usually what I like about the Tower is that it's also about breaking down those walls. It's like starting from a clean slate, and you have the chance to rebuild from there. So there's definitely going to be a little bit of a roller coaster for you right now. And if you do want change, then this is a great card for you. And like I said, with one card, it's hard with the Tower because you don't really know what direction things are going. But like I said, I'll see what I can glean from the cards. So, and especially if you want change, the good news about the Tower is that you're going to start to break down those walls, which can put people in a very vulnerable state, which is why a lot of times people think the Tower is like the worst thing in the world. but it doesn't have to be. And it's based off of how you handle the situation. And yes, it's probably going to be something that does lead to a lot of stress, or a lot of anxiety, something like that. But I think that, overall, if you're looking for change, this is a sign that it's happening. And even if you want the change, it's probably going to happen when you least expect it. So you just have to be prepared for that. So actually my queue is closed, and I was just taking up the final readings of the night or day. Sorry. I usually stream at night, so that threw me off. But yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed watching the readings that you saw, you can come back on Friday, and I will be here Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And uh Lynn, Liniella. Yeah, no, I haven't noticed anything coming off the sides. Like, they still seem pretty good. I haven't used these a lot. I did use them for like maybe a few weeks for my live streams. But no, I haven't noticed anything. They still seem pretty good so far. Are yours starting to chip? I do see a little like fading. You can see like the maybe you can't. Yeah, you can see that a little bit. Where you see like the design starting to come through, but otherwise nothing like actually chipping yet. It's not like my let me show you. This is my Philly tarot, and when you have like foiling on the side, it's not like this where you can see the chips and stuff like that. So it's been holding up pretty good actually. Okay, guys, so if you are hanging out waiting for the surprise, I am going to do a quick unboxing. And I want to reveal this new deck. This is the Practical Witches spell deck. And I am going to be doing a new series on my YouTube. I might do them live. I figured since I have you guys live, you can let me know what you think. Let me adjust my mic real quick. There we go. You'll have to let me know what you think. So this basically is a deck of just spells. Here is a cute little guidebook. It has like the zodiacs in it. Has some crystals and talks about tools of the trade for the most part. It's really good for beginner witches, or people that are just curious about witchcraft in general. But the real cool thing, which if I can get this back in, it's very weird actually. Okay, won't worry about that. So let me show you guys the deck, and you'll have to tell me what you think. And you guys are kind of watching me struggle to get this open. Oh, it's because it's taped on both sides. Okay, so I am info. If you're still here, go ahead, put your question in the chat. You're my last reading of the day. I can't get this open to save my life. Okay, be right back. But while I wait for infotainment. Karen, my queue is actually closed. And I'm just doing a reveal of a new series that I'm going to do on my channel. So if you're into witchcraft and all of that, you can hang out and see what I'm going to be doing. Thank you so much for the follow. I feel like this should not be so hard to open, but it really is. There we go. Gosh. So let me get infotainment's reading and then we will talk about it. All right. Will you be traveling back to Lahore soon? Oof. Let's see if you'll be traveling back to Lahore soon. Four of Swords. I don't necessarily think so. At least not right now. Four of Swords is about needing rest. It's a sign of needing to find some peace, and if this travel is not going to be something that's relaxing, then this is definitely a no. But I think you need to go through a period of rest first, get feel rejuvenated, and then perhaps that is something that can be in your future. It's just not going to happen right now, and it's not going to happen soon. All right. Ooh. These cards are so slidey. Alrighty, guys. So here is the deck, and let me get this open. Unboxing lives are a lot harder than I thought they'd be. Hello, everyone. I am just doing an unboxing of this this deck. This is the put the box out here. This is the Practical Witches spell deck, and I'm just revealing my new series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing like a spell card, maybe a month or bi-weekly. You guys will have to let me know, but we can go through these spells, and that way you guys can get some new spells, you can get some new meditations, stuff like that. And I just want to share that process with you guys. So let me know in the comments if you want it to be the how frequent you want it to be. Do you want it to be like bi-weekly? You definitely can't do weekly. I don't have the energy for that. Or monthly or something like that. And all I will do is basically just shuffle the deck. It's a little sticky right now because it's new, but shuffle the deck, and then I will like pull a card and see what we do. And I can either do it live or I could do pre-records. You'll have to, let me know what you think. So, that is the reveal of the new series that I am planning on setting up. I just have not fully hashed it all out yet. So my queue is closed right now, but I will be back on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys so much for joining today. And if you enjoyed this reading, make sure you like so you don't miss out on future videos. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you know when I'm going live again, especially if I do another impromptu Sunday fun day. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for hanging out and joining me for some readings, and I will catch you guys on Friday.